Is there a cyclone about to hit Western Australia? Hi, I'm Jack and I'm a meteorologist. It's Friday, 6th December 2024, and we're looking at a tropical cyclone possibly forming off the northern WA coast early next week. Now, it's still early in the Australian cyclone season, but we already had a tropical cyclone form way out near Cocos Islands, Tropical Cyclone Robin, which formed overseas and then tracked away into the middle of the Indian Ocean. And the conditions are ripe for cyclone formation, which we'll talk about in this video. Looking at the mid-level water vapour, there's no system yet in the area that we're looking for. What we have is a large area of convection over Indonesia and Northern Australia, which is associated with the Madden-Julian Oscillation, MJO. Don't worry if you don't know what that means yet, we'll talk about it in later videos. What is important is that there is a pre-existing area of low pressure, which is a critical ingredient for cyclone formation. So comparing the models, I'll start with ECMWF, which is a reliable model for the Australian region. I'm starting with EC over the Australian model Access because EC is the one which is more keen on cyclone development. So EC is forecasting that a circulation will break off from the main trough around Tuesday, 10th of December, developing into a weak tropical system through Wednesday and Thursday, before breaking up over or near Exmouth toward the weekend. This model run has actually backed off since yesterday, where it was showing sustained winds of around 45 knots, which would make it a Category 1 tropical cyclone. Today's run is a little bit weaker, below cyclone strength. It's common for models to do this, which is why it's important to watch how the outlook progresses each day. Additionally, the EC ensemble is showing good grouping around the low and consistent movement around the centre. For a little bit of validation here, the EC model wind shear is showing low wind shear through the column and also a subtropical jet to the south, providing some upper level divergence. Both are key ingredients for cyclone development, so we know that the model is at least internally consistent. And lastly, here is BOM's sea surface temperature observations. We're looking for anything over 26.5 degrees, and it's pretty clear the temperatures are well above, around 32 to 34 degrees, which is really the final ingredient for cyclone formation. So the environment is favourable for tropical cyclone development. Moving on to the Access forecast, it is not about it. It has this trough reaching across towards the eastern states, causing some thunderstorm activity over southeast Queensland late into next week. The main reason I can see why the two models are so different is the strength of this high pressure system to the south. Access is favouring a stronger ridge, which suppresses the system enough to smear it across the north instead of allowing it to circulate, and I think that'll be the deciding factor. Taking a look at BOM's tropical cyclone guidance page, we can see two systems. The one we're interested in is system 2U, which has a low likelihood of cyclone development over the weekend, increasing to moderate by Monday. This doesn't necessarily mean that the tropical cyclone will form. At 25% likelihood, it's the same as flipping two coins and getting heads on both. Now I know what you're asking. I'm in WA and what does this mean for me? Well, the current models indicate that if a cyclone does form, it will likely stay off or near the coast and remain relatively weak. And depending on the other system for you, it could be named Sean or Talia. We'll see increased rainfall for most of WA from Wednesday, the 11th of December into the weekend, and some hazardous swell and wave warnings for the WA coast. If the cyclone doesn't form, then we may see that energy carried across central and northern Australia, possibly resulting in thunderstorm activity in the eastern states from Tuesday 11th through Thursday 13th of December. That's kind of it for now with this system. I'll continue to track it and post updates as it develops, and this channel is new, and I'm pretty new to making content like this. So if you enjoy it and want to see more, follow the channel, like and share the video, and give me some feedback in the comments.